It's great to be Miami
Miami
Hurricane.
Hurricanes. It's great to be
To be
a
a
Miami
Miami
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Hey, what's
It's all
going
about the
on,
you,
family?
baby.
Welcome to Junior and the Big Dog, your favorite father and son duo, covering
25
Miami
hours to game
Hurricanes
time.
football and sports. What's up, man? Let's get some hype. Let's
Hey,
get some hype in this chat, man. To start it off, man. Listen.
are we going to get flagged for copyright now?
Huh? I was thinking about putting on some some music or fight song. I was stop, man, but you know what? I don't want to mess with YouTube because I know how they are. But what's up? What's up, family, man? How you guys feeling, man?
25
Sorry,
hours to game time, baby.
I still can't believe it. I still
What
can't
do I
believe
always
it.
do? You remember what I always do to you? You want to do it? We never done this before. Before game time. Are you ready?
Yeah, but it's tough to.
What
Oh man,
what
I don't
time
want
is
to.
it?
It's
What
game
time
time.
is it?
It's game time.
Any dogs in the house?
Woof, woof.
There we go, baby.
Oye, boy, let me tell you guys something. It's
I'm
almost here.
psyched. I didn't think this day was
It's almost here.
coming. I
didn't
didn't
either,
think this
man.
day was coming.
I didn't want to be like the pessimistic one, but listen, things were looking bleak, man, for a while there.
Oof.
All right, especially you know after. Oh man,
Today I started reading a headline and I got nervous because it said a couple of UAB players test positive. I went, oh my God, don't tell me they're
yeah, I
canceling.
saw that too. But it's like two of them, and they're like backup
Yeah,
players.
and they're backup players, whatever.
It
But
don't
no,
matter,
no.
man.
But
Who
you hear that, and what's the
listen?
first thing that comes in your mind? Oh, they're not going to
Oh,
play.
they're not gonna play.
And then a Bleacher
So
Report
it
hit.
begins.
I got a one of those messages that pop up my phone. I guess there was a football player that passed away of COVID. 20-year-old. He was 20 years old. I don't know. They did. I couldn't pull up the story.
It's not good.
I know it's not good. Yeah, they said a 20-year-old football player. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up now. I don't know what school he belongs to. Let's see if somebody in the chat knows.
Go ahead and look it up, Big Dog. Let me do a little quick roll call one time for the Canes. Buddy was in here at 5 p.m. Buddy's been in here since 5 p.m. What's up, Buddy? 904.
Oh man, never forget this, man.
Some fake news going on.
The player's name's Jermaine Stevens, and now there's no confirmation that his death was caused by COVID-19 complications.
All right. Well,
so apparently they backtracked from the story.
Rest in peace to the young man, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. Regardless, it's
Captain Trips in the house, man. We got George in the house. We got Tazland, Lakers all day. What's going on? Ocala Kane, number one Kane for life. Tony the Kid, HJS, what's going on, man? 863, Sammy, Hialeah Bread, Kane Juice, You Got Kane for Life, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I hope I'm saying that right, man. Yeah, man. CJ, Albert, what's going on, fellas? Jason, Kyle, Orange and Green Blood, Cohen,
it's all about the U, Cohen.
You guys ready? 904, I already said 904. Anything's possible. I always like that name. Anything's possible. Chug, what's going on, Chug? Kenwood Locks. My wife breaking things over here in the background. Taz, what's up, Taz? Dominic Brown, what's going on? Daryl. I'm calling everybody out.
Don't call him Dominic. His name is Dominique.
Dominique, my bad.
See, that doesn't mean anything to you.
Thomas, Daryl.
The people from my day, Dominique was something else. Because Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, the young man.
Kane, SAS, Stacy, what's up, man? How's everybody doing, man? Hey, listen, man. If anybody's new to our show, man, please subscribe, help us out, hit that like button, so you can or share the video. You know what I'm saying? Contribute to the channel if you would like. But the best way you can help out the Dream the Big Dog family is by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell so you get notified anytime me and the Big Dog do upload a video, man, so you guys can be on top of everything. We go live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. during the off season, it was kind of like, things going on. But now that that's it, man. We're here. The season is here. We're not going to fail you guys. We're going to be talking about, we're going to get into UAB. We're going to get into our season predictions. We're going to get into the depth chart that was released, our reactions on that, schedule breakdown, our record, season prediction, predictions on who's going to get. Man, we're going to do everything. We're going to do everything, man. We'll even take some calls, man, so we can get you guys input. We want that energy tonight. We want the energy tonight, man, because I feel like it's game day today. So I can't even imagine how I'm feeling tomorrow, man. My cane flags are going up tomorrow on the vehicle. I'm wearing my turnover chain to work. I'm man. Listen, man. Oh my God, I cannot believe we are here, man. We have not seen this team since December.
Dominique, I was going to answer your hit stick, but we got little guys listening in, so I can't. But I was going to answer your hit stick.
Oh man, I'll tell you something, man. Oh man.
Man. Can we do like earmuffs? Can we say like earmuffs like they did in that movie? In what was it? That was a classic. What was the name of that movie?
You're gonna maybe
Will Ferrell.
Old school.
Yeah. Old school.
No, because if we put earmuffs, then I'm gonna do the whole thing. Then I'm not just gonna say that. I'm gonna say talk. What? But this is PG right now, man. It's PG.
It is PG. By the way, just to finish off the cap off the story, the young man was a defensive lineman at California University of Pennsylvania. But by the way, he is a former he's an alumni of Central Catholic High School, which is famously where Dan Marino graduated from.
True that.
Dan Marino.
What does it say, Big Dog? Was it COVID? Was
no,
it not COVID?
Apparently, it was his high school. Central Catholic, I guess, had been told that it was COVID, but then they pulled it back and said that they mistakenly attributed his death without official confirmation on cause.
But you know how it is that you could die. I mean, you could pass away
nowadays,
with anything.
Yeah, I know.
And they'll chalk it up as a COVID death, man. But hey, look,
it's crazy.
Prayers up. I mean, listen to
Absolutely.
a healthy season, not just for the Miami Hurricanes football program, man, but for everybody playing college football, college athletics, and anybody in the chat as well, man. If you guys are dealing with,
did you see HJS? Is he in here?
I did not, man. Because man, HJS is in here. I know
if he is here. Let us know. I know he was. Oh, there he is. HJS, your father-in-law. I know he was doing better. Is all good? Is he out of the woods and stuff? If things going better, let us know.
So,
yeah, we were just wondering how your father-in-law's doing. So,
hopefully, man, this could, the season plays out. Everybody takes care of themselves, and not just for the Miami Hurricanes football program, but to all the student athletes, students in general that are on campus. Hopefully, everybody's still taking care of themselves and being being cautious, man. You can't let your guard down. The numbers are looking a lot better in Miami-Dade County and South Florida in general, but that does not mean that you should let your guard down. So
let me answer 904 Hurricanes question real quick. 904. I mean, listen, what FSU stream and stuff, whatever they got to say.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Man, we gonna talk about FSU today?
No. He was asking because he heard something on the stream talking about our linebackers. That our linebackers were
what weaker. The heck FSU know about our linebackers?
Well, no. I will say this, 904, from the standpoint.
FSU's whack. I'll say that much.
From the standpoint, yeah, he's doing that so his wife could hear him too. From the standpoint of experience, yes, absolutely. I mean, the one guy
is better, Big Dog. Listen to me, man.
No.
Listen to me, man.
Can I finish my thought?
All right, go ahead.
All right. In terms of experience, the only guy that has, because even our experience, our upperclassmen, like the starter now at middle linebacker, Bradley Jennings Jr., which we're going to dive into the depth chart and talk about the depth chart. Even he doesn't have a ton of game experience, as neither does Wayman Steed for that matter. So the guy that we do have that has experience ends up not winning the middle linebacker job like we thought he was going to, and winning the weak side linebacker job. in Zach McLeod.
Yeah.
So, yes, we don't have experience. Now, here's what I do have to say about that.
We got McLeod.
We have, well, other than McLeod, right? So,
Yeah.
so going to the standpoint of I guess the way that they phrased it was,
FSU know about our linebackers, man.
But here's the way the question was phrased.
FSU doesn't have a right to speak on Miami Hurricanes football, man. They've been waxed 3 years in a row by 3 different quarterbacks, and they're going to be waxed a 4th year in a row by a fourth different quarterback.
Okay. The thing was that our position, our linebacker position, is weaker than it's been in years. Now, we have 2 4-year starters that graduated.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Let these freshmen loose, man, with the talent that we have in our linebacker room. And listen, man, I don't want to hear that our linebacker room is weak. Are you kidding me right now?
I was getting to that.
Oh my God, you don't know the monster that's behind Bradley Jennings and Sam Brooks, Avery Huff, right. Corey Flagg laying people out. Austin Cave is making plays, and come on, man.
Can I finish?
What FSU know about our linebackers?
All right.
Go ahead with them.
In terms of experience, you know what? Screw it. FSU can't say a damn thing about Miami, man.
They can't say nothing, man.
Never mind, man. Screw that. No. I got to answer 904's question. We're getting Cindy. It's game day tomorrow. All right. In terms of experience, I see the point. Obviously, we had 2 4-year starters that graduated. Okay. In terms of athleticism, it's not even close. Okay. And to a lot of people, for some reason or other, I don't know why, it was like red flags went up that Bradley Jennings beat out Zach McLeod at middle linebacker, and Zach McLeod, they moved him over to weak side linebacker and starting at weak side. I don't know why that threw up any red flags, because if anything, what that tells me is that we know what type of athletic ability Sam Brooks has, and we know what type of athletic ability Avery Huff has. Now, I'm not going to mention Tyreek Austin Cave or Corey Flagg, because those are true freshmen, and true freshmen should be seen and not heard. Okay, that being said, I've always said Bradley Jennings Jr. is a thumper. Okay, that's what you want out of your middle linebacker, is somebody who can bring the wood. Bradley Jennings we've all known that he's been able to bring the wood. Okay, yeah. The fact that he won the job coming back from the serious injury he had last year, I look at that as glass half full, because he was able to hold off Sam Brooks at middle linebacker. He was able to beat out Zach McLeod at middle linebacker.
Not just that, big dog. Listen, the fact
now, mind you, Manny at times has played fast and loose with the depth chart, which I don't like. And people have said that he's played favorites, and frankly, we know he has. Yeah. We know he's allowed certain people to get away with things that he doesn't allow other people to get away with. That's fair. You can't tell me that's not fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe there's something to be said about the depth chart reflecting that.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's no reason for me to think that's the case. So I'm actually buoyed by the fact that Bradley Jennings won the job at middle linebacker. Because that was the only, I don't know about you, that's the only one I was surprised at.
Right.
Were you surprised at anything else in the depth chart? Oh, Chris Washington being listed as the backup right tackle. That was a surprise.
No, you know what? Let me put it up. No, I did have another surprise. Let me put it up now.
I thought Chris Washington was more of a project than that. I thought he was going to take at least a year or two before he saw meaningful time. And for him to be backup at right tackle already, that says something. Now, mind you, okay, if you call up Central Casting and you say, send me a tackle, he looks like Chris Washington.
Yeah.
Because he's a real, see how they have him listed? Because my understanding was he was a real 6'7".
Who are you talking about? Chris Washington?
Check to see the roster for me, please.
Yeah, they got him at 6'7".
There you go.
Let me zoom in on this. What's going on with this?
Jared Williams, I think, is 6. He was listed at Houston at 6'7". I think we have him at 6'6".
There you go, God, man. They got him at 6'7", 300. Chris Washington.
Told you. Okay, so if you call up, say, send me a tackle, he looks like Chris Washington. 6'7", 300, long arms, all those things.
I'll tell you what I had a problem with. Now I found it. Marshall Few being listed ahead of Restrepo.
Yeah. I think that's one of these things. I think Manny's playing favorites because we all know Marshall Few's a hard worker. We all know his story.
I'm not saying.
He
Look,
ended up getting
that.
a scholarship.
I'm not
He ended
saying
up getting
that.
a scholarship because
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to like to poo-pooey on Few, but come on, man. Like you know what X was doing in the scrimmages.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that to me is Manny playing favorites. See, that to me is wrong.
You know, that's
now. Let me ask you a question: does anybody here expect Marshall Few to play meaningful snaps?
No, I mean I don't.
Does anybody in our chat expect Marshall Few to play meaningful snaps this season?
Yeah.
Barring injury, barring 3 guys get hurt.
Hey, look,
barring that,
another thing.
Does anybody expect Marshall Few?
Nobody expect that. Nobody expects
okay. That. Does anybody expect Javier Restrepo to see meaningful snaps?
Yeah, man.
Yes, we all do.
X got to touch that ball. Give X a chance, man. Give X a chance. Another thing. How about Wayman Steed holding off Avery Huff?
Exactly. Everybody's saying if you play special teams, that's how he got his scholarship. He got his scholarship because he played special teams. He played, he did all the scout team stuff. Listen, man, this is like
what's up, Ryan?
It's like,
hey guys, I'm sorry, man. I'll start putting more of your chats on the screen, man. I'm just like,
I'm not. How can I put this? Sometimes I feel I get put in a position of where I have to down somebody, and I don't like doing that, especially like I doing that with young men. Listen, I love Marshall Few's story. The young man has busted his butt. I get it. Okay. Yeah. But playing time isn't a reward. Playing time is the best player plays, obviously, as long as
I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
Hold on. As long as he follows the rules, puts out 100%, so forth. Okay. Right. And I'm not talking about the best player who's late for practice, or the best player who doesn't play hard, or the best player. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the best player who does all the things right. Okay, just because another guy is a senior and he got a scholarship the hard way, you don't give him preferential treatment.
Correct. Now, just playing devil's advocate here, but I'm not saying this is what I believe, but
exactly, Terrence, exactly.
What do you think about like the argument of maybe that being like a strategic kind of thing that coaches do sometimes? So these young guys could look at the depth chart and be like, "Oh, I got to work harder."
No. Okay, if you're telling me Javier Restrepo is not a hard worker, but we all know about Restrepo's background.
Yeah.
I've been following Restrepo for how long?
No, I know. No, Lotso, look, we're not.
I should have gotten recruiting credit for Restrepo.
Yeah, Lotso. The point here. Listen, we're not trying to downplay Few.
I'm not downplaying.
We're not doing that. And yeah, we love when Jimmy Murphy and we love the energy.
Absolutely.
But Jimmy Murphy ain't gonna be ahead of the depth chart ahead of
Cameron Harris,
or Don Chaney. Or Jalen Knighton, you know what I'm saying? So that's our only point, is that we just hope that Manny isn't playing favorites, you know what I'm saying? And that he's I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, man, I don't really think that's a great point, Dominique. Gervin Hall is back.
That was a surprise to me too.
That's a good point. I forgot about that one.
That was a surprise to me too.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
I don't see Gervin with those skills.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see that changing, because listen, punt returner. Here's what you want from a punt returner. You want a quick guy in short distance.
That's another thing. They got Hall ahead of X on punt returns. Like, I don't get it.
But you do have X third though.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like they got where did that thing with Gervin Hall come from?
I don't know.
That's kind of wild to me,
because I'm trying to remember if he returned punts in high school.
Shoot, I like Jalen Knight to return punts.
I think Gervin did return punts in high school. I think he did. And now I'm trying to remember. That was 4 years ago, but I'm trying to remember. But I do believe he did return punts. Not all the time, though. I don't.
But besides that, man. Hey, besides that, let me just go ahead and just round it off.
Go ahead.
So running back, in case for those of you that have not seen the depth chart, Perry was named the backup to De'Aaron King. No surprises there.
Quarterback, you mean? You said running back. Yeah, quarterback.
No, I'm going to run through the depth chart.
Let's start off with quarterback. Okay.
Yes, let's start off with quarterback. So Perry backing up King. No surprises there.
Each position after you say it, we'll talk about it and then move on to the next position.
Yeah. So okay. no big surprise.
No surprise that Nicosi's back up.
Yeah.
But third string is not Matocha. It is or Tate Martell. It is
TVD, baby.
Third string
I've been
I'll let you say because that's your boy.
Come on now. Yep. I've been telling you about that boy TVD.
Yep.
I've been trying to tell you.
Deserves it. You know, I was expecting Matocha as third string. I was not. Not because I think he's better than TVD. It's just Matocha has a year on him.
Yeah, but
no, TVD is the third string. So
and where the F is Tate, like where the F is Dan, like from Nick Saban. Where the F is Tate.
Yeah. So much for the Buckeye fans here in Ohio thinking that Tate was going to walk into a job at Miami.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard from up here in Ohio. Everybody was telling me, he'll start at Miami. It's like, no, he won't. He won't. I was telling them that last year. I was like, no, he won't. I said, we got two quarterbacks that are better than Tate. And it was like, no, but Tate did this and that at Ohio State when he was backing up. When he was backing up at Ohio State.
But I was excited when we got Tate. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was excited when we got Tate.
No, and I was too. Listen, at the end of the day, I think it helped us. Regardless, because I don't know if we get Bubba Bolden if it wasn't for Tate. Although I do think we would have got. No, it was the other way around. We got Bubba first. Yeah, we got Bubba first, then we got Tate.
Yeah.
Who's the one I'm thinking of? Then we wouldn't have gotten if it wasn't for Tate. There was one that I didn't think we would have gotten if it wasn't for Tate. Who was that we got afterwards?
I don't know, but though.
Well, I think it helped us with Jalen Phillips. I think it helped us. It helped us overall with recruiting. It helped us own the transfer portal because we have owned that transfer portal like no other school.
Ohio Canes fan, big dog. Ain't too many Hurricane fans in Ohio,
Youngstown.
man.
He's from Youngstown. Okay, I actually have a friend of mine that lives in Youngstown.
There you go.
I live all the way on the other end of the state. I am in between Cincinnati and Columbus, just outside of Dayton.
G. Kirsten Jr. Man, he says one thing I don't understand. How do we know who should be playing or not? I mean, just going based off of film, off of potential. Obviously, you never really know until, especially with the young guys, until the bullets start flying.
Right.
Who's gonna show up and who's not. But I mean, we make assumptions based on film, based on guys that we're really high on, guys that we think, could really do some damage for the Hurricanes, man. So when we have an opinion on something or we have a certain take on something, it's not just empty. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, guys could look great in scrimmages, guys could look great in practice, but sometimes you just got guys that either don't live up to the expectations during games, or maybe you just got guys that do show up for games that might surprise you. I mean, you never know, man.
Frankly, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's and they were saying about Brevin Jordan. Yeah, the Brevin Jordan deserves a lot of the credit too. But I think Tate, there was one guy specifically that when Tate came, I thought to myself, I don't know if we would have gotten that guy if we Tate hadn't come.
You sure you're not thinking about Jared Williams and King coming?
No. I'm talking about last year when Tate transferred last year January.
A transfer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a transfer report. It might have been. I'll remember. Anyways, what was it? Maybe it was Bubba. I think we had been recruiting him, but I don't think it was for sure That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. We have been recruiting him since December, but he hadn't said for sure.
We got Bubba after Tate.
That's what it was. It was Bubba then.
Yeah,
there you go. It was Bubba. So I think
it's Roberts
and Jalen Phillips helped too. That's true. So I think getting Tate got us headlines.
Yeah.
And I think getting us headlines at that point, especially because remember when it came after Rick, the surprise Rick retirement and Manny getting the job. And oh my God, what's going to happen? And all the craziness that was going on. Then he signed that name that we shall not mention as offensive coordinator. And then we get Tate. And then all of a sudden, Manny had flipped the script completely. And from having a negative spin nationally, all of a sudden it became, we were the king of the transfer portal.
Yeah.
And that was, so at the end of the day, getting Tate was worth it. And he did add competitiveness to the QB room. Regardless of what people, he got people working harder.
I guess.
So,
Mr. Roberts joining us, blessing us with his presence. He says, "Don't get caught up in the names being called. Elijah has been racking up sacks and TFLs at 3 Tech. They didn't say much about him until recently."
Okay, George. I'm going to ask you a question. Who has been talking about Elijah at 3 technique tackle forever? That's where I love to see Elijah playing is the 3 technique tackle, man. He could be a superstar. In fact, I think he's going to be a superstar. Okay, at the 3 technique. It's just, when I saw Elijah from his high school tape, George, that was exactly what I wanted for him always. That he is going to be such a monster. I mean, the young man's a true freshman. And he's already doing it.
Yep.
George, I know you're laughing. It just, man, you could ask Junior when, because we exchange tape and we talk about the tape before we go on air and stuff like that. And that's what we've been talking about.
You've been saying since you especially been saying from the beginning.
That's what we've been talking about. Elijah. He said, "Oh my God, I know he wants to play defensive end, but this young man is such a monster 3 technique tackle that he's unstoppable. He's unstoppable with the quickness that he has. And first off, he has quickness, and for a young man, I mean, he's still a true freshman. He has some serious power." Because the right word is power. Because strength, I know he's going to continue gaining with the strength program in college. That's going to go off the charts. But there's people that are strong that don't play with power. He plays with power. Yeah. And I'll tell you, when you combine that with quickness, with a quick first step, with the size that he has as a 3 technique tackle, oh my God, the sky's the limit for that young man. I'm so happy. So that was one thing I love seeing. I love seeing Jason Blissett back at defensive tackle, which is where I thought he belonged all along. And I'm glad seeing Elijah at the 3 technique tackle.
Yeah,
I'm just excited.
100%, man. So running backs, I mean, no surprise. Cameron Harris. And then you got Donald Chaney, Jalen Knighton. I mean, that's not like a.
They have them. Yeah, they have them both.
Either or.
Millie, thank you so much, Millie, for the. I love Millie's comment.
I like that. Yeah, we talk about it playing around every time. It's funny. I forgot what podcast I was watching or what show I was watching or listening to. Oh no, it was a Manny Diaz presser, I believe. And then he talks about, I think he was talking about Jose Borregales, and he was talking about the kicking game and whatnot. And then he was like, it might have been Manny, I don't remember. Whatever, it doesn't matter who it was. They mentioned something along the lines of how important the kicking game was, and if one play goes different, or if just a few plays go different, you might not be looking at 6 and 7. You might be looking at 8 and 5, or whatever, 9 and 4, and it made me cringe because I was like, yeah, but then we still would have had Edos if that was the case. True. Like true. So it's like it's true what you say, Millie, man. Hey,
yeah,
things happen for a reason, and things are looking up. Things are looking up.
You know what? At the end of the day, 9-4 was not going to give us a sixth ring. Was not going to put a ring on our sixth ring on our finger. So
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So
but it was going to keep. It was going to keep.
It would have kept him his job. Absolutely, he wouldn't have.
Not just him, man. But maybe we don't get guys like Lockett. And maybe we still have Barry around. I think Garrett Justice is doing a good thing.
You're burying the lead. How about one of the most important ones after Lashley and stuff?
Well, Ed Reed,
Mr. Reed. That's right. Our chief of staff
is another one.
Ed Reed probably doesn't come back to the school if we were 9-4.
Right. So I mean, it's a blessing in disguise, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, so it's crazy. But so it's Jaden Knighton and is Rooster and Cheney.
Rooster
either
and
or.
Cheney, they said both are listed as second string. So
they're both gonna get.
They're both gonna play different roles, though. Different roles. I'll tell you what I believe, at least. The roles as I see them, Cheney is the one who's going to spell Cameron Harris as a lead back. And they're going to use Rooster all the time in all kinds of different situations, meaning third down back, meaning put him in at running back. And then
I get why you're saying that, because Cheney has the body of like a 3-down back already almost. So I get your thinking on that, but my pushback on that would be it all depends on
here's the thing, though.
Whenever they get their shot, big dog.
No. And the plays depends also what plays Lashley wants to run. Right. Okay. But here's the thing. In between the tackles, Cheney is a more instinctive runner. In space, Rooster's more dangerous.
Well, but Rooster I think is more dangerous also catching out of the backfield.
Well, when I say in space, in space, I mean as catching out of the backfield too.
Right. Okay,
so I'm not talking about just running outside. I'm talking about catching out of the backfield. Just anytime that you can get Rooster the ball in space, the defense is in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a good problem to have at the end of the day, man. They're both, and I love the interviews from Don Cheney and Jaden Knighton, man. Like they just talk about how they feed off of each other.
They're tremendous young men.
I think it was Donald. I think it was Cheney. Cheney said that Cameron Harris is the best leader that he's ever had in his life.
That's awesome. Think
about that.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. That is great to hear.
That is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And you know who we have to give an assist to?
DJ.
Absolutely.
You got to give it to DJ. And he even said it, I believe. What's up, Slim Shady? Slim Shady with a $10 donation.
Thank you, Slim. Oh, by the way, Hurricane Billy, thank you also. I forgot to thank him for the
No, you didn't. There you go.
Oh, I did? All right.
Yeah. How many games before this fan base tries to fire this OC2? Game 3 or 4? Or where they wait to the end of the season when we're sitting at 8-3 or 7-4? I know where that comes from, Slim Shady, because I remember the conversations that we had about, you wanting to give the coaching staff more time, and so I know where that comment is coming from. But
in all fairness, Slim Shady, the things that Enos was doing, it's a different situation than.
Well, we can't say that yet.
No, I'm saying because Lashley is installed his offense and installed a true spread. The problem with Enos is, number one, he promised us something and then didn't deliver.
Okay, big dog, but to Slim Shady's point here, we haven't seen this offense yet.
I get that. That's true. But what I'm saying is that blaming Enos or wanting Enos to be fired was legitimate because of what he did, not just losing games. But
Slim Shady, but in Slim Shady's
defense, he was going to run a coast spread, and he never ran with the offense he said he was going to run. And then at the very end of the season, he blames it on the players.
I get this. To Slim Shady's defense, I think what he's trying to say here is, what if this hype train and this offense that we're being promised, and De'Aaron King and all these things that we're super hyped about, what if we start off 1-3?
No. But again, are we starting off 1-3 and Rhett Lashley not doing what he said he was going to do? Because that's what happened with Enos.
I mean, if we start off 1-3,
if we start off 1-3,
Rhett
and Rhett
Lashley,
hold on, and Rhett Lashley is running a true spread, okay, because we could start off 1-3 and lose games 41-37, and it's not Rhett Lashley's fault.
Correct, that's true.
Okay, now if we're starting off 1-3, the reason, if I was Manny Diaz, I would have fired Dan Enos, absolutely, is stubbornness beyond belief. Okay,
no laminated play call sheet.
Exactly, no laminated play call sheet, which was ridiculous. A guy that's coaching in Miami. I mean, if he was coaching in the Sahara Desert, his play sheets should still be laminated.
His red zone offense was
okay. How about not running Robert Burns in a short yardage situation for 12 weeks?
Yeah. Let's not get too hung up on Enos, man. Let's come on. I'm hyped, man. Listen.
The reason for Enos being fired, if I was Manny, he gave all the reasons for his firing.
He did.
He had plenty of reasons to fire Dan Enos. So it didn't matter to me that we were 6-7. I would have wanted him fired if we'd have gone 13-0. Yeah. And it's happened before, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, there's been plenty of coaches that have big time seasons and fire their coordinator.
I don't want to butcher your name, man. So, but
Slim, thank you, Slim.
If Rhett come out in the I formation, he finished.
Slim, I'm not talking about Slim with a donation again. Thank you, Slim.
Thank you, Slim.
Not necessarily legitimate. Look at O-line, QB, and wide receiver play. Maybe they just couldn't do it. Okay. My answer to that is, Slim, is this.
You make adjustments sometimes according to your personnel.
Correct.
Things are not.
And we saw no adjustments.
That's the thing.
We saw trick plays on third down time after time after time. We were almost dead last in the entire country in third and short. Yeah. And your most powerful running back does not get a carry for 12 weeks.
And not just that, Slim.
What happened when they started using Burns on short yardage?
Yeah, you talk about the O-line, yet we kept on seeing, play action and the same exact calls and these slow developing plays, man, that, they already knew what play was going to be called. Like, teams already went into games knowing what kind of offense we were going to run, and that was a problem.
And Slim, you go all over South Florida. Okay, hopefully there'll be football played. Okay, you go to any high school in South Florida, chances are they're running a spread.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what these kids are playing.
And I saw that Hurricane Chris. That was cool. That was cool. X changed his number from 80 to 7 to under his. Yeah,
I saw that. That's awesome. That is awesome. No. Listen, I understand where Slim was coming from, and
I understand because I remember Slim talking to us.
That will want every coach fired just because of one bad season. Yeah. But what I'm saying is the reasons why, at least I can speak for myself, the reasons why I turned on Enos were legitimate, and has nothing to do with our record. Has nothing to do with our record.
Aberdeen. Yes, our offensive line was inexperienced and we gave up a lot of sacks. Correct.
Absolutely.
As an offensive coordinator, if you know you have that problem,
you're running slow developing plays all the time,
you need to make adjustments. All right. You need to, we got a problem here. Either, start benching some guys, even though, in that Duke game, we saw.
Yeah, we found out what was behind them. And by the way, that's something. Did you see in the 2 deep, no Kaleon Herbert and no Zalante Hillary?
Yeah.
Slim, thank you so much again with the donation, Slim.
Hitting us up. He says it's got nothing to do with Enos. It's the constant.
I agree. Coaching carousel is bad.
Slim, but you have to put blame. I mean, when it's warranted, it's warranted, Slim.
Yeah.
And the fact that Enos didn't make any adjustments, Slim, you tell me. What kind of offense did you see that was different from when after the first series against Florida? Okay. Did you see any difference in the offense from that point all the way into the bowl game? Right. And if you can't tell me yes, then that's the reason why Dan Enos was fired. Because there were no changes. And because the red zone offense was terrible.
That's true. Put John Paul's comment there. Thank you, John Paul, for the donation. That's exactly true.
But
he was actually running that first drive.
That's why I said after that first drive. After that first drive. Right. After that first drive forward, okay, the offense that we ran, take what you saw after that first series. Take that offense.
That first series was beautiful. That's what I expected the whole year.
That's
quick passes, boom, 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 boom.
But it was scripted. It was scripted, and no adjustments were made. Okay, that's the same offense that we saw throughout the whole season, and we got shut out in the bowl game. Yep. That's the reason why Dan Enos is out of town.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the reason why he's at Cincinnati. And
I've never seen a coach that stubborn in my life. Guys, we had a perfect example. We had a coach for 30 years in South Florida by the name of Don Shula. Okay? Let's remember Don Shula's coaching career as head coach. He starts off as a head coach with the Baltimore Colts. Right? Back then, takes over a team as the youngest coach in the NFL at the time. I believe he took over the Colts when he was 33. Coaching a team that has Johnny Unitas, famously a great Hall of Fame quarterback, but famously a really difficult guy to get along with. Okay? Slim, thank you for the donation again, partner.
He said it's hard to change anything on offense when 95% of the time you're running max protect and Slim, still give up 55
He wasn't
sacks.
Running max protect a lot of times. Slim, he did a slow developing against Central Michigan, a slow developing play action on 3rd and 15. Who runs play action on 3rd and 15? And a slow developing one. Those are things that he did continuously throughout the season. Running on short yardage, running trick plays. Running a play that even Corey Gaynor said that they hadn't even practiced. And he did it on goal line.
Yeah.
Enos was one of those guys that's in love with his own brain. And when things are not working, instead of saying, let me find something that works, he's like, no. This has to work because I said it's going to work.
And listen, and Slim, so why are you putting your quarterback under center then? If you know your offensive line is the way it is. I mean, listen, man. Hey, look, he's gone. Agree to disagree.
There was one play that I put a stopwatch on it, dude. It was almost 3 seconds before Jaron Williams turned his head to be able to look downfield.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I agree with this comment right here. 2020 Canes, please.
You're right.
Come on now.
Yes. You're right. Terrence was saying the same thing. You're
right. That's it.
He was saying it too. All right.
Stop it, Slim. Thank you so much for the donos, man. And I understand what you're trying to say to a certain extent, but
I do.
I disagree though.
It is valid from the standpoint of, you do have to give a coach some time, in order to implement
Listen, hey, all right. So and Robert Burns rounds up.
Right, rounds out the running back.
Rounds out.
That was a little surprising to me that I thought maybe Burns had a shot.
He's been banged up, though.
No, I know. But the fact that, the other guys are freshmen or true freshmen, I thought maybe he had a chance to hold on.
But the other guys are.
Yeah, but Burns was special, dude. Burns physically, but he can't stay healthy. So
he can't, man. So, wide receivers, man, we're looking at D. Wiggins, Mark Pope, and Mike Harley. So, it looks like we're looking at
Harley in the slot, and then Wiggins and Pope outside.
Yeah. Any surprises there for you, Big Dog?
Yeah,
because I know were you expecting to see maybe Jeremiah Payne?
I thought maybe
D. Wiggins on the outside.
Yeah, I thought maybe
a little more size
would beat out Pope. I did like the fact that they have Michael Redding as second team ahead of Keyshawn Smith.
Yeah.
And that tells me that Redding is 100% healthy and he's lighting it up.
Yeah. This
double check me that though. If you haven't pulled up.
These depth charts are right though, because it says here that I know they're right. I'm saying like their weight, because it says here Mark Pope is 172.
Dude,
He's that slim?
He's thin, man. Yeah, he's thin. I mean, people were saying, I think he was in the $150s when he graduated high school.
172, that's pretty slim, man.
Yeah, he's slim.
So,
and if you look at his frame, I don't see a ton of weight putting on. I don't see, I mean, maybe 180, 185.
172. I would have thought he's like 180.
I didn't think he was a $180.
Right.
I didn't think he was a $180.
Backing up D. Wiggins, we got Michael Redding and Keyshawn Smith.
In that order?
In that order.
Yep.
Backing up Pope, we got Jared.
By the way, guys, I don't know where it came. A lot of people, for some reason, were saying like Keyshawn Smith has a lot of speed, which he does. And I love Keyshawn Smith. But they were saying that he was going to get on the field because of his speed. And I don't think people realize Redding, if anything, is just as fast, if not faster.
Yeah.
So Redding has a ton of speed, guys. And by the way, he is college ready. That young man's what, 6'1", 195?
Yeah, I've always been, man, I'll tell you what, man. I've always wanted to see Pope in the slot. That's just me.
That's one thing I would like to see also. On occasion. It doesn't have to be all the time. But I'd like to see Pope in the slot on occasion.
I think Pope could be.
I think he'd be really, really good in the slot. Put it this way. If Pope explodes enough where he can have the league take a look at him, I think at the next level, he would be a tremendous slot receiver.
Yeah.
So,
but listen, I think this is the year, man. This is the year.
Yeah,
he's our number one punt returner, number one kick returner, and number one wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So this is the year, Pope. I mean, do the thing. So backing them up, we got Jeremiah Payton and Daz Worsham.
Backing up Pope. Right. A couple of guys were saying that Redding is well built. He's a 4.4 guy. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was telling people.
Redding is not just well built. Redding is swole.
Is swole. That dude is ripped. He's shredded.
Yeah, he's shredded.
Yeah.
See, and like we said, opening up, man, Marshall Few is backing up Mike Harley, followed by Restrepo. So, co-tight ends.
Carlos Wilkerson was saying that he can move next year to slot. That's true. Yeah. That's a good point, Carlos.
Let me just run through this, big dog.
Go ahead.
So tight ends, our Cole starters is Brevin Jordan and Will Mallory, followed by Hodges and Mammarelli.
Correct. I think those guys are going to be, I'm not going to say splitting total number of snaps. First off, they're going to be on the field a lot. I think they'll both be on the field together a lot.
Yeah.
I say
Payton is a sleeper. I agree, man, 100%.
80. Brevin's on the field 80% of the time, but I think Mallory will be on the field 65% of the time.
Yeah, New York City King. Listen, Restrepo is third string behind Few, but Restrepo will see the field this year.
I guarantee you, almost from the first week, New York City King, I think we'll see Restrepo even tomorrow play more total snaps than Marshall Few does.
Yeah.
Offensive snaps. Now, I'm not talking about special teams.
Yeah. So, and what we wanted to see, we kind of already knew based on the comments from Rhett and Justice. But sure enough, our left tackle, John Campbell.
Yep.
With Zion backing him up. They've been praising John Campbell, and he's been the most consistent there at the left tackle position. So, there it is. And the talk as well throughout fall was Usman Triori at left guard, and sure enough, he's starting at left guard. Jalen Rivers is back up.
Yeah,
we've actually talked about this before,
which is fine. Listen, I like him. Him getting some snaps at guard this season is cool. That's a good idea. Down the road, I do think he's going to be a tackle though. But for now, that's fine.
Center, no surprises. Corey Gaynor and Ja'Kai Clark backing him up. No surprises at right guard, and no surprises at right tackle. At right guard, you got Scaife, Cleveland Reed backing him up. And the only surprise, I think, at right tackle was the fact that Chris Washington was the one that is backing up Jared Williams. I thought that was,
now
that kind of
I have a question for you in the chat.
For me and the chat.
Okay. Do you think Chris Washington is the real backup right tackle, or is DJ Scaife our backup right tackle, and Cleveland Reed would move into the guard spot? If something were to happen to Jerry Williams, that they kick Scaife outside again, or do you think they don't and they put Chris Washington in?
The thing about Chris Washington is he's a freshman.
Right. True freshman.
True freshman. So he has literally no, experience whatsoever. But I mean, I like Reed, man, and Reed looked like he got into some really good shape, with Feely and whatnot. So I think, yeah, man, I think you got to put Scaife on.
You kick Scaife outside.
Scaife outside, okay. and Cleveland Reed at guard. I'm with that.
Is that? But, no, listen, and New York City Kane. It looks like the young man. First off, the young man looks like he won his backup spot. So all power to Chris Washington, right? But I'm just wondering. And now, in interest of full disclosure, you guys know I'm a fan of Cleveland Reed because I loved his high school tape. Really good road grader, But I love the fact that he came back to the team, and I'm rooting big time for Cleveland Reed. Okay, but I'm just wondering, is Chris Washington the real backup right tackle, or is DJ Scaife that? Hopefully, hopefully Jerry Williams stays 100% healthy. But if something were to happen where he gets dinged up, do they kick DJ Scaife outside and put Cleveland Reed in at right guard?
My question is, Scaife is more than capable of being kicked outside. My only thing is, you're then going to be shuffling two spots on the line compared to one.
I agree, but you're also playing a true freshman at tackle.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying.
And a true freshman that needed some work, was a bit of a project coming out of high school.
Yeah. But listen, man, they see something in him, Big Dog, because he won that starting backup role, backing up Jerry Williams.
Yeah. Oh no, listen, and I hope he gets snaps. Anyways, I hope he gets snaps, and I hope he gets a chance to get in there. George was saying that they got Elijah. He wants him around 275. Or 280. Right now he's 265. Yeah, that's what I was imagining, George, that they'd want Elijah around 280.
Maybe he's already at 265.
Yeah, maybe as an upperclassman, maybe even 285, 290. So,
I can't even imagine how proud.
As a 3 technique, he is going to be unblockable.
Yeah. So let's go.
I'm sure George and Shonda are enjoying those chances that they get to see him play.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump to the defensive side of the football. Let me zoom in here. No surprise, your two ends are Jaden Phillips and Quincy Roche.
True.
Speaking of which, man, did you guys see the picture of our defensive lineman? Did you guys see how ripped this man Javar
David Feely doing work
is? Jaden Phillips. I mean, listen, all these guys, man, they're looking like in great shape, and obviously, Elijah has been a benefactor of that as well, man. So backing up Jalen Phillips, man, you got Harvey and Patrick Joyner. I mean, that's something that was I think that probably has to do maybe with Rousseau being gone, because Patrick Joyner, I mean, that's his spot. I mean, he was, a defensive end, and they try to kick him to linebacker, and now he's back at defensive end. So he's backing up Harvey, and then Quentin Williams on that side, and then you got Cam Williams and Chance Williams backing up Roche, man. So I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing a lot of Harvey.
I know we're not going to see this, but I could tell you something that I'd like to see. If I was Blake Baker or Manny, probably Manny who's making this call, I'd like to see Quincy Roche at left end and Jalen Phillips at right end.
Why?
Which I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to leave Jalen Phillips is going to take Rousseau's spot at left end, and Roche's used to playing right end. But a guy that has Jalen's athleticism, I'd like to see him at right defensive end.
Our striker this year is Firestone, NYC Kane, and Keontra Smith.
Keontra Smith back in.
Why, big dog? Why do you say that?
Normally, I'd like my best athletic pass rusher to come from the right side because you're coming from the most quarterbacks' blind side. So normally I want my best pass rushing defensive end, definitely my most athletic pass rushing defensive end, coming from the right side, from the right defensive end.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But that's not what I think they're going to do. I think what they're going to do is keep Jalen Phillips on left end and have Quincy Roche at right.
Yeah. Defensive tackle, we got Nesta and Jordan Miller, and followed by Jason Blissett and Elijah Roberts.
Who? Say that name again. Who's
Elijah Roberts?
Who is that?
They got him listed here at 275 on the depth chart.
Yeah, but he's probably later than that. Especially when you first start going through fall practice, you're gonna lose some weight.
You gotta lose some weight for sure.
Yeah.
Striker, like I just finished saying, man, we got Frierson. There was rumors about maybe him leaving. Does not seem to be the case. So him and Keontra Smith. Keontra is up to 215, man. That's nice to see. That's nice to see. I want to see.
He's still listed at 5'11", though, right?
Yeah, he's still listed at 5'11", but they got him at 215.
He's solid. Keontra was solid coming out of high school.
Yeah. So, and we talked about the linebackers. We talked about Bradley Jennings already. Sam Brooks backing him up, and Corey Flagg on the depth chart. And the weak side, no surprises with Zach McLeod. The only surprise maybe was Wayman Steed holding off Avery Huff. And then we got Tyreek Austin Cave. Cornerbacks, a lot of talk was, what DJ Ivey was going to hold on to, to that spot, or was Christian Williams going to make a move, or, what exactly what was going to happen. But nah, man, it's DJ Ivey and Al Blades, and Christian Williams is backing up Ivey, followed by Marcus Clark. You got Gervin Hall and Bubba, and Brian Balone, Amari Carter, Keyshawn Washington, Jaden Harrell, Takori Couch is backing up Blades, followed by Isaiah Dunson, and that's pretty much it, man. I mean, you know, Helly's your punter, Borgalis is your kicker, so, and it's a Pope show when it comes to returning kicks.
Did you say the safeties already?
Yeah.
Okay, because I lost
no surprise.
No surprises. No surprises.
No surprise when it comes to the safeties, man. All those safeties are going to see the field. And yeah, so looks like it's going to be the Pope show, returning kicks. So that's nice to see. What we got here? Kick returners, Cameron Harris is back. Cameron Harris, Harley, and Jaden Knighton for kick returners. And then, like we said earlier, the surprise was Gervin Hall as the backup punt returner to Mark Pope, followed by X.
Put up George Roberts' comment just now. That's important.
Let me get off this. All right, now.
And DJ, I agree with you. Yeah, getting flashbacks to Zion's beginning isn't a good thing when we talk about freshman tackles playing.
Yeah, that weight is when he first came in. They got that bad weight off of him. At one point, he was at 250. Oh my goodness!
Got down to 250, and then
so he basically gained 50 pounds of muscle. Basically.
Damn. I'm glad to hear that, George. I'm so glad to hear. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, David Feely was a find.
Yeah.
That so far, I mean, if you don't count Ed Reed, that so far has been Manny Diaz's best hire.
Hurricane Chris, the only thing I would say about Jake Garcia is that if you're committed to a school and you're playing the game, I mean, that is the right thing to say. That you're committed to the school and it is what it is, but things change. I think it was a week after that, he was FaceTiming with the Miami Hurricanes coaching staff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a shot there.
That doesn't mean he's coming, but we definitely have a shot. Doesn't mean
he's coming, but I don't think the door is
shot.
closed like some people have been reporting. I think it was Kane's Warning, I believe, or I forgot who. Hold on. I forgot who it was that reported on it, but they did ask him, I guess, straight out. I forgot the name of the guy now, man. I'm sorry, but whatever. Yeah, he did say that he's no longer considering Miami, supposedly. So it is what it is. But then he FaceTime with the coaching staff. So it is what it is. Kane still we haven't heard any rumblings about us pursuing a quarterback, and we still got some spots left in this class. So to me, if you read in between the lines, they think they still have a shot to get Jay Garcia. So we'll see. But we got a $5 donation from Norman.
Is Norman new with us?
I believe so.
Somebody just changed his name. Well, Norman, first, thank you so much for the donation. And if you're new, thank you for joining the Junior and Big Dog family.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Read his comment.
Donation. He says it's important to get a number of first-year guys into a lot of games. The offense has to click from game one. I agree, Norman. And I think the thing that's working to our favor as well is this year isn't going to count against anybody's whatchamacallit?
Eligibility.
Right. It's not. Right. So if
it's a free year,
it's a free year basically. So the red shirt rules and all that stuff that basically goes out the window, man. So if
they increased the number of games. Oh, that's right. It doesn't even matter anymore.
Well, yeah. Originally they increased it to like 6 games.
6. Yeah, but now they said it doesn't matter.
So,
it doesn't count as a year of eligibility.
If you find yourself being up really big against UAB, you might see some guys that can get some playing time, and that goes for any other games throughout the season. You would like to see.
To me, Norman, what I'd like to see in terms of our first year guys playing, to me, it's really important to get some of the first year guys. For example, Jalen Rivers and Chris Washington, even the offensive linemen that are not necessarily in their first year, like Cleveland Reed. Getting him experience, getting them game experience is huge for me. Because ideally what you want is
especially for the offensive line, though.
Especially, that's what I'm saying.
I think it benefits them the most.
Absolutely. Because it's not the same. It's not the same when you're playing game speed and game tempo. And as much as you practice stuff like that, when you get in there and it's the real game and there's all kinds of variables that you don't usually see, it makes a difference. And I'd like those second team offensive line. First off, what I'd love to see is if we get up on UAB, is that first team offensive line playing as the second team offensive line playing as a unit.
One time for the one time.
Thank you, Chug.
With a big $30 donation, man, says the Hurricanes will destroy UAB. We are going to see an offensive explosion. Let's go, Canes. Pound that like button. You already know, Doug, man. Thank you so much for the dono, for the support, man. And like Chuck said, man, pound that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. Come on now. Your favorite father and son duo covering Miami Hurricanes football and sports, man. It's the dynamic. It's just magic. You want to be a part of it. Join the Junior and the Big Dog family. And subscribe, man. You want to, man. Just hit that button. Hit that little bell. Hit it twice. So you get notified anytime we do go live, man. What up, 247?
Dominique is right.
Your ears must have been ringing because we were talking about Jay Garcia. I think that's why you jumped in here.
Put Dominique Brown's last comment. There you go.
Dominique Brown says we good until King decides to not come back, which is, speaking of which, he was actually asked about that directly. And he basically said exactly what me and the Big Dog said, I believe it was a couple weeks ago. Whether King comes back or not is all going to depend on how this season goes. You know what I'm saying? Whether we have a full season, number one, whether college football, if it indeed plays out, that's still up in the air. We don't know how things are gonna transpire when it comes to this. Oh man, my throat is scratchy. You have me screaming so early. We don't know how it's going to transpire throughout the whole season with this pandemic, obviously, and he's going to speak to see what NFL scouts are saying after the season. See, maybe what he gets a feel on teams that might be looking at him, whether he has a shot at being an NFL quarterback. A lot of things are going to play into that decision. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen with King. But to go to Dominique's point, man, he says until, let's just say, hypothetically, King decides not to come back. Matocha transfers, and now we're down to TVD and then Cozy.
That's right. And then he says that's why you take a quarterback every year.
Correct. That's his reason.
Every year you want to take a quarterback. Now, I will tell you, I like the idea of taking one quarterback every year. I don't like the idea of taking multiple ones. Only
2 players, Joe, tested positive for UAB, and they weren't even starters. So
yeah, they're not non-starters.
I'm so sorry. What up, Stunner Boy? I didn't see you, man. We have a freaking game, man. Yes, we do, George, man. Finally, it's arrived. It's arrived, man. We were gonna get into breaking down some of UAB.
Did I lose you?
What? No. Can you hear me? Guys, is it me or is it the big dog? Am I here with you or is it who is it? Who is it? Is it the Ohio internet or is it the South Florida internet?
I think it was me.
It's always you, big dog. You good? You're good now?
Yeah,
you guys can see big dog?
Yeah, we're good. I think everybody sees me.
What's up, you go wire? Yeah, you're good now, big dog. What up, Taz? Taz, what you got? Taz says
I asked him about does he think we'll see a season? And he said no. And he says he's happy about being wrong. Hey, Taz, I'll tell you what, I was there. At one point, I was very much positive that we were. And then right around the time I think I asked you, I was headed that way myself because I was like, I'm not feeling it because there were so many things canceling. And then you saw, I mean, there's a lot of these, we had the little dip. Or actually, we didn't have a little dip. We had a big dip. And then all of a sudden, numbers started creeping up again. I'm like, oh, are we in for a second wave? And now it seems that they've gotten a handle on it. So it seems like the numbers are under control. But yeah, man, thank God we are. It looks like we're going to have a season and hopefully we have a full one. And for a lot of reasons. So.
Did you see any of the UAB game? Since they already have a game under their belt.
Central Arkansas. Yes, I did. And that game wasn't a 10-point game. I know it looked, the final score was 45-35. UAB was a much better team than Central Arkansas. Now, mind you, they were playing Central Arkansas, so it's not like they were playing, world beaters either. So
if we stop the run, we win 48-13. If we keep the running game in check, we win 48-13. Yeah, and we bring out the turnover chain probably like 3 times.
But I do tell you that they do have multiple guys with NFL talent. For a smaller school,
listen,
I am guys that have NFL talent.
I did not see the whole game. I saw most of the game, but I will say that I think they could run the football. I think what UAB has is experience. But besides the running game, boy, let me tell you something, man. You start that running game and you make them put that ball through the air.
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you. That's a great point. And they need their running game. Slim Shady, just another donation. Thank you, Slim.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he has a donation with a prediction.
Miami rolls tomorrow, 31-7. We'll start off sloppy because of limited offseason.
Yeah,
I like that score though.
I like that score too. I think that's pretty much where where you predicted just now, Slim. That's pretty much where I'm sitting, right around that.
We'll give our predictions at the end.
34-6, but right around there.
Yeah, O-line size was like in high school. Yeah, I know, George. Listen, man, I understand a lot of people are making like, oh man, you can't. And listen, the Hurricanes can't underestimate anybody. They haven't earned the right to underestimate anybody. Okay, we lost to FIU. We lost to a lot of teams that we shouldn't have lost to. Let's just put it that way last year. But I just talk about because UAB is one of the better Group of 5 schools. yo, I just did not see nothing. I was kind of like, oh, we gotta watch out for that. We're gonna watch them.
No. I
We're gonna
didn't
watch
either.
them.
Put Dante's comment up there now. That's
What's
a
up?
real
What's
good
up,
comment.
Dante? It's been a minute. He says
Yeah, that,
Miami's QB recruit is in NC State 2021 class. No way Aaron McLaughlin should have chosen NCSU over the U. Miami will get a flip from someone. No worries. The last experienced high school quarterbacks.
yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you, Dante, 100%. Well, that's usually you and I usually agree.
yeah. I'm
I
hoping one of
agree.
those flips is Jake Garcia.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean that's what
No,
I
but
like.
Rhett Lashley, listen, Rhett Lashley is the real deal. Rhett Lashley. My biggest concern with Lashley is I hope we can hang on to him for a few years before he gets that job, the head coaching job that he's headed for, because he's headed for it. I mean, he's too bright of a young mind, and he's too respected in the business, and
Hey
you know,
guys,
sooner or later somebody will pull that trigger.
do you know that this time tomorrow
That's right.
the Miami
That's right,
Hurricanes
baby.
are going to be playing football for
Oh
real?
my God, man.
It's going to count. The score's going to count.
Oh my
Stats are
God.
going to be jotted down. What else? Word. Dante likes Aaron more than Jake.
Oof. No, Dante, there we don't agree. I like Jake better. I do. I like Aaron too, so I'm not saying that, but man, I think Jake is special. His anticipation throws, especially, are next level. He really does throw people open really well. Those are next level throws that you don't see a lot of high school QBs make. Man, he just, in fact, what was his completion percentage? It was like 70. Pull that up, Junior. I think it was 76%. Is last year in high school. Pull up his.
His completion percentage was
I
above
think it was
75.
76%.
But his high school numbers weren't like whoa.
No, they weren't whoa because they didn't throw the ball a ton.
Right.
But they were whoa in terms of effectiveness.
Yeah. Can UAB quarterback run? One of them can. I mean, listen, last year
the one that started can. The one that came in, I think, is more of a passer.
Yeah,
thank you, Norman.
The one that I don't know, man. Tyler rushed 84 times last year for 247 yards.
Yeah,
so not no real running threat. You want to know what he is as a passer? 59%. He threw for 2,250 yards last year, 17 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. So that turnover chain is going to be coming out. Trust me.
The new turnover chain.
Yeah. What do you guys think is going to be?
You're gonna. What do you guys? Norman with the donation. Thank you, Norman.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh no, I lost it. Damn it. Hold up. Let me go back to Norman. Thank you so much. Another donation from Norman. Should we fall behind early, and if the coaching is sound, our guys won't panic. The emphasis should be play hard, stay focused.
Perfect.
I said this on Twitter, man. I said this on Twitter, and this is what I want to see above all this season for the Miami Hurricanes. Okay. I know everybody's excited about De'Aaron King. Everybody's excited about Rhett Lashley and the spread offense, rightfully so. They should be excited. Obviously, people are excited to see, Jalen Phillips, a healthy Bubba Bolden. I just want to see one thing. And if we do this one thing, the sky's the limit for the Miami Hurricanes.
I know what it is. Consistent 100% effort.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
Well, it kind of goes tied into that, but
okay.
Do not play down to competition.
Consistent 100% effort.
That's it. For me, that is it, man.
Yep.
Teams that you should beat, you need to beat. Plain and simple.
Yep.
Execute your game plan. Don't take any team less serious than don't take, UAB less serious than somebody like Clemson. You haven't earned anything. Right. You went 6-7. You lost to FIU. You got shut out in the bowl game by Louisiana freaking Tech. You were worse. You were the worst. And I understand circumstances were different. Offense was different. I get it. You've earned nothing yet.
Right.
You could win the offseason 10 straight years in a row. If it doesn't translate to the football field, it does not matter. Plain and simple, man. The teams that you should beat. Show up. Coming off of bye weeks, show up. Take every single team, man. Hey, one thing we always preach, man. The competition that you're seeing on Green Tree, more likely is better competition that you're going to be seeing actually on Saturdays. Except maybe the Clemsons of the world.
Right.
Or, I guess you could make a case for FSU, maybe. But the competition that you're playing against on Green Tree, odds are that competition is better than your actual games, man. Stop playing down your competition, man.
How is this? This is the reality. Okay. Oh, by the way, we had a donation. I didn't want you to miss it.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
There was no comment with it, though. From South Georgia Kane. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you so much, South Georgia Kane.
Here's what I'll say to that. Okay, in terms of talent, let's realize something. We lost Greg Rousseau, right, who opted out. This is a young man who's going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL come April, okay? And our defensive ends are still probably the best starters in the country. How is that? That tells you George was saying that he agreed with you, and everything you're saying is spot on, and it's being said around Green Tree. That's exactly right.
Besides maybe Trevor Lawrence, maybe our quarterback that the University of Miami is going to see this year, that's better than De'Aaron King.
That's right. There isn't one.
Okay?
There isn't one. And that's the thing is, so talent, we know you have it, guys. We know you have it. Coaching staff,
always had it.
You know they have it. Okay. But we want to see intensity. That's what I want to see. I want to see intensity. And I don't want to see anything less than intensity being allowed on our field. Period. Ever.
That's it,
Ever.
Man. That's it.
Ever. If you see anything that's less than 100% intensity, go sit on the bench. What do you say, Jay?
What's up, Jay? Brother Jay in the house. Are you ready, Jay? And that's another thing that I want to see. I think Sam Howell was good, but I don't think he's
right now. Now you could say down the road, I think Sam Howell's ceiling is really, really high.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, with De'Aaron King,
not as high as I think some people still think his ceiling is, but I do think Sam Howell is very, very talented. But right now, De'Aaron King's a better player. Right now. But you're right, though. That's probably after Trevor Lawrence, that's probably the guy I would pick too. Would be Sam Howell. So, but right now, I think De'Aaron King's a better player. Right. That's what I'm saying. Right now, I think De'Aaron King's a better player.
But that's my point, man. Listen, we keep on preaching it, and it's the same thing over and over, man. And another thing that I want to see. What are you gonna say, baby?
Eric Posada's comment right now. He said Ed Reed is preaching the same thing to you that we're preaching. Absolutely.
I hope so.
Absolutely. No, I know so. Yeah. Oh no, I know so. No, that's one thing I have no doubts about.
I just say I hope so because I just hope that there is no leash attached to how much he can adjust the team or not. That's my only.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
That maybe they, as far as I understand it, no.
Yeah, he was there. He was there at Hard Rock on last week's scrimmage, and
I think
there's a video of him talking crap with
he
King
might have some limits when it comes to recruiting. If I remember my NCAA rules well, and by the way, they're a bunch of stupid, idiotic rules. But if I remember well, there might be some limits to recruiting that he's allowed to do.
Thank you.
But in terms of communicating with existing players, that's unlimited. That's unlimited. And I guarantee you, Ed Reed will not permit these guys to give any less than 100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You wanted to read that comment? Go ahead.
Yeah, Dante says the only thing that should hamper Miami is physical limits. Execute at a close to optimal level. Miami has been a fish out of water in college football since Erickson left. Spread should have been the offense ever since.
I agree. That part, Dante, I don't understand. I don't understand why that's the case, especially with our recruiting base. Well, I don't know if you guys saw Herb Street.
And Loso, not just that, but look at our recruiting class already coming in next year.
Well, and Kirk Herbstreit and David Pollack were talking on their podcast, and they said they're excited to see Miami's offense. And you know, one of the comments, David, this is what bugs the hell out of me, because we've been saying that forever. All of us, even people in the chat, been saying this forever. David Pollack said, in South Florida, you throw a rock and you'll hit somebody who runs a 4-4. Why weren't they running the spread always?
Yeah.
And the one thing, guys, you go watch high school football on a Friday night in South Florida, and I guarantee you every single game, especially the bigger high schools or the better football high schools, every single game, I promise you, at least 5 times, you'll go, what? Wow. What? Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
At least 5 times, every game. Every game, you're going to see an athlete that'll drop your jaw.
Yeah.
In South Florida. Every single game.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't we been putting these athletes in the best position to succeed?
Good point.
Seriously. Why haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, and on top of all that, that's the offense most of them played in high school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stephen Field, our tight ends coach, for God's sake, was a coach in Dade County. Ran the spread.
Mm-hmm.
Very successfully, by the way. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay, because first we were saying Mark Richt, but then I'm thinking back. Yeah, we did. You know, when our offense, I mean, listen, we had decent offensive coordinators, but then when we had good offensive coordinators, we had bad defensive coordinators. So, and again, a defensive coordinator having the defense play a 3-4, okay, that was completely different than what do we have in Dade County on defense? Monster athletes. So you want to play an attacking type of defense the way Manny has. I mean, look at what we were just talking about, Elijah Roberts. That young man's a true freshman. At 265 now he's weighing, and look at his first step. The young man is special. You have to tailor. Oh, I'm sorry. This is what I was going to say.
Ian Kane.
Exactly.
What's up, Dream the Big Dog? Watching from Germany at 2 a.m. Go Canes.
Thank you.
What's up. Thank you so much, Ian, man. Appreciate that, man. Much love from the U.S., baby.
Absolutely. That dumb hiring moves swerve with the donation. He says, I blame on the dumb hiring moves by the ADs. You're 100% right. That's where the buck stops. It stops with the ADs. But here's the thing that I don't understand. But you're right. It starts with the ADs.
I gotta run to the bathroom in 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay, this is the comment I was going to make about Don Shula, and I didn't finish that thought. Okay, Don Shula starts as a head coach in the 60s with the Baltimore Colts. Okay, so we had Johnny Unitas takes over Johnny Unitas and a veteran-laden team, even though he was coaching players that were as old or older than he was in some cases. Okay, because he started as a head coach with the Colts at 33. Move the clock forward. Decides to leave the Colts when they lost Super Bowl III to the Jets. Him and the owner, Carol Rosenblum, who's the owner of the Colts at the time, never saw eye to eye again. It really, that loss to the Jets in Super Bowl III sort of ended that relationship, fractured it completely. So then Shula decides to break camp and go to Miami. Shula wins 2 Super Bowls, goes to 3 straight, perfect season, all those things, with a run-oriented offense First team to ever have 2,000-yard backs in the same season with Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris. And he has all that success. He continues. He goes to a couple more Super Bowls with the Killer Bees team with David Woodley at quarterback. Okay, a team that was not, how can I put it? Wasn't exciting to watch. I'll say that because it was defensive minded. Actually, they went to the Super Bowl with the Redskins that we lost to the Redskins, the famous John Riggins run. But that was like a defensive team. Don't turn the ball over, win the game on defense. Then Dan Marino falls into his lap on draft day. Dan Marino falls into his lap on draft day. He completely changes the offense over. Okay? Now, here's a guy who's already a Hall of Fame coach. He would have been a Hall of Fame coach had he stopped coaching in 1980. Hell, he might have been a Hall of Fame coach if he stopped coaching in 1975. Okay. Had won championships, had done everything, never had a pass-happy team. Because even the Colts with Johnny Unitas were ball control with deep passes. Because Johnny Unitas was a great quarterback. But it wasn't a passing team. He gets Dan Marino, and after being in football as a head coach for over 20 years, okay, after having all kinds of success, he changes everything. Okay, so the reason I'm saying that is that's a coach that has accomplished everything and was willing to change.
Why am I not surprised that Aiden said that?
What's that?
Bill Walsh is the GOAT.
Oh, you say Bill Walsh? You're talking about the kicker for the Vikings?
He's talking about.
Is he saying
you don't see his avatar? His little picture?
Oh, he's a 49er fan. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. No, I think, frankly, the GOAT to me is between Bill Belichick and Vince Lombardi. But Bill Walsh is right up there. He's top 5 for sure. Paul Brown, I think, needs to be up there too. But the reason why I was mentioning Shula is going back to the Enos comment. Okay. Exactly. Look at LSU. Exactly, Dante. Put Dante's comment up there. Okay.
Said peeps don't realize that what happened at LSU was about to happen in Miami. Prior to last year, LSU, like Miami, it was stuck in an antiquated offense, about to burst like a shaken carbonated drain. Boom.
There you go. And Dante, that's exactly what my point is the reason I bring up Shula is a great coach has to adapt his philosophy to his talent level. When you apply that in college, you have to adapt your philosophy to your recruiting base. Fortunately for us, Miami has the greatest recruiting base in the country for high school football in South Florida, in the state of Miami. Okay, that's where the predominantly more best athletes are in South Florida. In South Florida. So if you have that recruiting base, look at that recruiting base. Tremendous athletes, great in space, play with a burst, special, just special athletic players. You have to adapt your philosophy to that. And Dante's point was Joe Burrow just had the greatest season a college quarterback has ever had. Okay? Year before, he completed 58% of his passes. Same Joe Burrow. He wasn't a freshman, remember?
Right.
Okay, because last year he was a redshirt senior. Yet he completed 58% of his passes. Arguably, I understand it was his first year as a starter, period, because at Ohio State he was the backup. Okay, so it was his first year starting, but still he completed 58%. And then Joe Blake comes in as the passing game coordinator, which we know he was actually the offensive coordinator, but that's another thing. But he comes in as a passing game coordinator, and Joe Burrow goes from a 58% passer to the greatest season in college football history.
Yeah, Taz. I thought Coach Coop goes live on Fridays, but no, regardless, we'll be
off
off
before 9.
just before 9. We got a $5 donation from Will Sky. He says we have a new 4-month-old Kane fan, Mariah. Her first Canes game tomorrow. That's awesome, man. Blessings, Mariah.
God bless Mariah.
Awesome.
Oh my God, 4-month-old. That's awesome.
Yeah.
God bless her. Hey, Miss Kate, what do you say? Concrete Show says 45-17. I'm cautiously optimistic too. I hate to be.
I'm not cautiously optimistic.
I'm very optimistic, but we're still like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I'm all in.
I'm all in too. They got me, but and I have to, and I hate to echo what you said on your take of the game. It's exactly as my take is. The big key in the game to me will be UAB's running game. Period. I'm not talking about a big key. Period to the game. If we handle the running game and we shut it down, it's a blowout. If we don't dominate the running game, they got a football. They got a shot.
I disagree.
Oh, Trips, exactly. There's no doubt. But Trips, he had the NFL talent the year before him too.
I disagree 100% with what you said.
What's that?
I think if we shut down the running game, it's going to be a blowout. But I just don't see a way this is going to be a game. Even if they do their thing running the ball, it'll be closer. But I think we still win by 3 touchdowns compared to maybe winning by 6 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns. I don't see it.
I mean, I see what you're saying, and ultimately,
I was not impressed by what I saw with UAB.
No,
man.
I wasn't. No, listen, it's not like I went, oh my God, I'm scared. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But with their running game makes their offense go. Their quarterbacks have success when their running game is working.
No, the Raptors are beating the Celtics, man. That maybe it goes to Game 7. You never know.
The way that their offense is, when their running game is working, their offense rocks.
Yeah.
When their running game isn't working, if they put that ball up in the air, if they have to put that ball up in the air 35 times, we're getting 3 picks.
They're gonna have to because they're not gonna run the ball.
We're getting 3 picks.
Yeah.
Listen what I'm telling you.
That turnover chain's coming out.
I'm going to predict. I'm predicting if they do not run the ball well, we have 3 interceptions at least. Okay? I'm calling that. You guys call me on it next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, when we have our show, you guys tell me if I was wrong. If they do not run the ball well,
Garrett
Prince.
Garrett Prince. I think that's what you're talking about, Terrence. Yeah, I saw him too. The Browns, the 2 running backs. It's gonna be 5 picks. King Juice says 5 picks. George says the way we dominate the running game is putting up points early and get that turnover chain out. UAB will have to pass the ball. That will definitely neutralize that running game. No, 100%. And that's not the strong. That's not the.
If we make a play from a hole and we shut down the running game, they're in trouble. They're in deep trouble and they'll get blown out.
Yeah. South Georgia Kane is saying hurt again. Huh?
What happened? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just South reading some comments here. South Georgia Kane said he hurt again from Valdosta today. Garcia's talking Miami, not USC. Info coming from Inside Program. Hey.
There you go.
Like we said, we don't know, man. We don't know.
There's a lot. But Valdosta, remember, I think it's pronounced Valdosta.
Valdosta,
Georgia. Remember, what happened there.
I didn't say that.
That's where he's. I think you said Valdosta.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But that's where he's staying.
Yeah.
Remember, because he wanted to play this season, and they weren't going to play in California.
UAB best defensive player. I was looking at the guy that popped out to me, I guess, is their linebacker Christopher Mole.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Big Dog.
No, go ahead. You finish your thought first.
He's the one that last year as well, man. He's the one that I guess popped out the most. He had, I mean, he had 102 total tackles last year. He had 15 tackles for loss, and he had 8 sacks last year. So, yeah, I think that's probably their best defensive player. And listen, guys, we're talking about a lot of players that have experience. You know, these kids have been in the football program for quite some time, except for maybe like some JUCO transfers here and there. But most of the team, man, is experience. Talking about, you know, juniors, seniors. Most probably their best defensive player. Like we said, the 2 running backs, the 2 Browns. I mean, quarterbacks. We saw a little bit of Bryson Lucero. I mean, he went 7 for 9 for 83 yards and a touchdown.
That's the one that I think is a superior passer.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't see enough of Lucero to be like,
right.
You know, but that could also be one of those things that a team throws out, you know, a quarterback, and then you got to prepare for both. You know, because you got to scout both quarterbacks, because you never know how the game's going to go. You never know who they're going to put in at any given moment. Lucero looks to be more of an athlete. I think he's a little more dynamic than Tyler Johnston. Like we said, Tyler Johnston he's not a threat running the football. So
200. I mean, you have to remember also, whenever you guys see stats in college, always remember this. Quarterback, the sacks are deducted from their running totals. So when you see 284 yards, he probably ran for 400 yards.
Right.
Because the sacks are so he's a decent runner, just not like he's not going to be one of those guys that's seriously dual threat like De'Aaron King is. He's nowhere near De'Aaron King in terms of being a dual threat, a real dual threat.
Yeah, but only 2 of them. Only 2 players out, but they were backups, I believe. So it is what it is, man. All right, man. So let's start getting some predictions in here, big dog. What's up, Captain Trips? I'm about to get that free Hulu trial so I can watch the game. Yeah, I know
it's
I got
on ACC Network. Yeah,
and if not Hulu,
it's 612. I think is the channel.
Yeah, and if not Hulu, I think YouTube TV. Also, you could do a free trial, and they carry the ACC network. Sling, I'm not sure if Sling does it anymore. So I think Sling, you got to pay extra for it. So I'm not sure if you get that on the free trial or not. But yeah. So all right, big dog. Let's get into some.
That's true. Aiden Christopher had a real good comment too. He said, look for trick plays, fake punts, stuff like that, because being at the underdog, and they will. I expect at least one trick play. In fact, I expect to see multiple. Look for, there's their wide receiver is I don't know the relationship. I don't know if he's cousins. I think he's cousins with Sammy Watkins, their big time receiver.
Watkins.
Yeah, look for Austin Watkins to get the ball on reverses, on bubble screens, those type of things. They want to get him involved early. And that's a guy who's a legit NFL talent. They have some guys. Listen, the pass rusher.
Austin Watkins caught 57 passes last year for 1,092 yards and 6 touchdowns.
There you go.
And I believe
it is cousin. Yeah, D-Night says it's cousin. I believe that's exactly what the relationship is. I believe
he's definitely their best wide receiver.
Oh yeah, no doubt, and he is dangerous, and he is a legit NFL talent. He's a legit NFL talent. Listen, they got some players. They do got some players. The pass rusher. Oh God, what's the name of the pass rusher again?
The pass rusher.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man! I'm having issues with my short-term memory.
Noah Wilder. No.
Yes, I believe so. Double check. Who led the team in sacks last year?
I'll tell you right now.
You got it pulled up.
Well, no, you got Tyree Turner, Macario Stanley. Let me see. Who led their
Oh my
team
God!
last
Why
year?
am I?
And what, in
Am I
sacks?
sacks?
No,
Why am I?
it was Mo. But then you
He
also
was number
got
one.
yeah.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
God! What's this guy's name? I watched him.
Jordan Smith.
What is it?
Jordan Smith.
Yes.
He also had 8 sacks last year.
Yes. Yeah, I mean they got some players. They got some players that listen. Anytime that you're a smaller school, you're a group of 5 school, and you have legit 3 players, 4 players that are gonna get a look from the NFL. You got some talent.
Michael
I mean,
Love, thank you so much, man. It's just
thank you, Michael.
great content as always. Appreciate you guys. Chi-Town Canes,
Chi-Town
baby.
Canes. Thank you, Michael.
You,
man. Okay, so you want me to come up with a score? Man, I hate to
score prediction. Not just score prediction, but then we're gonna run through the schedule, and then you're gonna tell me win or loss. Come on.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
I'll say 34-6.
All right, I'm going with 48-13.
Okay.
All right, now let's.
I like Buddy's prediction better. He has us winning 140 to -7.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that, Buddy. I'm gonna go with Buddy's prediction. 140
All right,
to
so,
-7.
and this is going on the record, big dog.
All right.
I'm even writing it down here on a post-it. That's looks like it's my wife's, but I don't think she needs it, so I'm using it now. All right, September 19th at Louisville. What you got?
Win.
That team, that team, I guess, is in Tallahassee. I guess they have a college football team over there. September 26th.
Win.
At home. All right, so we're looking at 3-0 going into a bye week, October 3rd. That's our bye week, October 10th at Death Valley.
As much as I hate to say it, loss.
Okay, that's 3-1. Then we got back-to-back home games against Pittsburgh and Virginia.
Win. So we're 5-1.
5-1. Then we got another bye week on Halloween, and we're at NC State.
Scares me. That game scares me because we did so poorly after buys. I'm saying win.
6-1.
So we're at 6-1.
And then we go into Blacksburg the week after.
That game scares me. I hate to say it, but yeah, I think that could be a loss.
You think that's an L? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's an L.
Georgia Tech at home.
Win.
At Wake Forest.
That one I think we win big. We win big. Win.
At Wake Forest, and then we finish it off with North Carolina.
At home.
Correct.
Win. So I got us 9-2.
9-2.
Yep, that's where I got it. That's what I'm thinking.
And you literally picked the 2 games, the only 2 losses that I got this year as well.
Oh yeah, that's what you got. No, listen, we've done really well at Blacksburg. We have, and that's a game. There's a couple of games that make me nervous. There's a couple of games that make me nervous.
My loss actually was NC State.
That game makes me nervous
instead of Virginia Tech. So
yeah,
I'm also 9-2.
But you got us 9-2. But you got us winning it at Blacksburg, but then losing to NC State.
Well, I got us losing at NC State coming off that bye week, and then I got us winning at Virginia Tech the week after that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You have us winning at Virginia Tech. I have us losing.
Yeah. So
yeah,
9-2.
I mean 9-2. Terrence has us 9-2. Swerve has 10-1. Sammy has 10-1. But listen, I'm not.
And I'm assuming that one is Orange and Green Blood. I like that. That's my favorite prediction right there. Ben says we'll win against NC State because that's his birthday. That makes me feel better about NC State.
Hey, you know what? Orange and Green Blood, I like your number 2 better. I like that one. I like 11-0. Let's do that. Let's do that instead.
Yeah.
But most people have 10-1. Oh, DPGC Miami says 11-0.
I'm feeling it. I like it. I like it. I believe under their current head coach, they win 38%. Sean Andrews said 10-1. No more bye week blues. I hope not.
I agree. I mean
Brian says
but
undefeated,
NC State.
baby.
I like it. I like it
All
a
right.
lot.
Who
Now, you guys
scores?
don't understand. You know, with me and Virginia Tech, see those guys that are young, or at least juniors age or around there or younger. You guys don't understand. Virginia Tech is in my top 5 of hatred. You know, we had because remember we were in the Big East together too.
Right.
Okay, and Virginia Tech, when we had those probation years in the 90s, they were flexing on us because we lost 30 scholarships. Think about that. Mm-hmm. Think about how you lose 30 scholarships.
The only reason why I think NC State's a good team.
We're
going to be coming,
but they're also having some changes.
I know, but we're going to be coming off a home and home against Pittsburgh and Virginia, and then we got the bye week. So we're not going to. You know what? A big thing is going to be the fan, man. Like how many fans are these schools going to allow? Whether that's going to be an advantage or not, because that could change. That could change things.
I'm assuming fans. Because that could even change my Blacksburg prediction.
Yeah, Blacksburg at full capacity is a lot different than Blacksburg. Yeah,
Blacksburg gets loud.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though.
NC State's lost a lot of. Yeah, NC State has a whole upheaval.
That's
why I ended up picking yes to NC State.
Yeah, 13K the most for us, but we'll see what happens down the road with other.
Yes, I don't know. And I don't know if that number is even going to hold. They said for the first 2 games, correct?
First 2 games. Well, no.
And then they'll revisit.
No, that's what it's looking like, at least until whatever. The first 2 games, no students allowed.
Right.
And there's not going to be any no alcohol games either.
Right. So that's the whole season, though. From what I've heard, that was the whole season. They said that.
You guys better do your pre-gaming early. Before you get to the.
What do you say, Bergie?
Bergie, happy late. Hello, guys. Work hours have been long lately, so it's been tough to get on and chat. But I want to say what's up. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Bergie, man. Missed you, man. Appreciate it. Sean Andrews with a $5 donation. It says 10-1. Only lost to Clemson. More better blue.
I like it, Sean. I like
that. I like that. All right.
I have to admit. I mean, that's my honest opinion, guys. Because you guys asked me, I mean, obviously we're all Canes fans here.
All right, Big Dog, come on. Let's keep it short. Let's keep it short. I almost got to bounce.
But I have to tell you, my realistic look at it is a 9-2. But hell yeah, I like 10-1. I like 10-1. Hell, I like 11-0. Let's do 11-0 better and give it to Clemson in Death Valley.
Who's going to score the first touchdown in the game against UAB? Go.
Ooh, good question. De'Aaron King.
Damn, I always gotta pick somebody, man. All right, I'm gonna go with
Drew. Richard Shellbacker was tough when they had Mike Vick. You ain't kidding.
I'm gonna go with Mark Pope because he's gonna run it back on the kickoff.
On the kickoff.
On the kickoff. First. Well, no, it depends on who wins the toss. So.
Remind me of
that's tough, man.
It was
because if we win the toss, we're obviously gonna defer. So then that'll be kind of hard for the kickoff unless they punt. You know, Pope will score either on a punt or a kickoff return.
Hey,
Aiden, that was actually the one of the ones I was thinking about.
Kickoff returners. We have Pope. We have Jaden
Harris.
Rooster. Oh, Cameron Harris and Rooster are the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
But Rooster was the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Who's going to be our leading rusher for the season?
For the season, Cameron Harris.
Yeah, I agree. Who's going to be our leading receiver in yards?
In yards.
Come on, guys. You guys got to keep up too. I want to see your questions.
D. Wiggins.
I mean, your answers. D. Wiggins.
D. Wiggins. I think he's going to explode.
Who's going to be the receiver with the most touchdowns?
Most touchdowns. Oof. I'm going to go surprise. Here.
Will Mallory?
Will Mallory.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Will Mallory. Touchdowns. Catches.
You think so, George? I don't know, man. I think if we win the toss, we're most likely going to defer. Unless they want to make a statement. Unless they want to put their offense out there and make a statement.
George agrees with me. George and I always think alike because he has Wiggins making the first touchdown catch.
Who's going to lead
on a run?
He has Brewster being the leading rusher. Who's going to lead the team in sacks?
You ready? Jalen Phillips.
TFLs.
I think Jalen Phillips.
TFLs.
Ooh.
Throwing a lot at you. Trying to get the chat hyped.
Nesta Silvera.
Ooh, yeah?
Nesta Silvera, I say leads in TFLs.
INTs.
Hey, by the way, I just want to point out who was the one I said was going to lead the team in sacks last year. And he would be the same one I would have picked this year if he was playing. Why aren't you playing, Greg? Come back. Greg, please come back.
INTs.
Good question. Bubba Bolden.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying Bubba. A lot of people are saying now Blade. Okay.
Couch. That's going on a list there.
Give me one position on offense and on defense that you think somebody that is currently not starting on the depth chart is going to make the move and be a starter once the season goes on.
Good question. By the way, you can tell we didn't talk about these questions beforehand.
No, of course not.
It's the guy that takes over as a starter.
Give me a guy that's a starter right now on the depth chart at any position on offense and on defense that you think is going to make a move.
Jordan Miller overtakes Jonathan Ford.
Woo! It's a good one. Okay.
All right. And on offense,
Brooks and Keyshawn Smith, Rooster and Huff. I see y'all.
On offense. Man, it's hard to pick one because I don't see anybody unseating a starter on offense. I don't.
Not even on the offensive line?
No. The one who I think is the least sure right now about his position would probably be Traore.
Yeah.
But the guy I have listed behind him, unless they move, if they had Cleveland Reed behind Traore, then I'd say Cleveland Reed.
But Zion was getting some work at guard too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean that would be the only one I would say is if I had to pick one. If you put a gun to my head and I have to pick one, I would say Reed over Traore. Even though he's listed on the right as a backup on the right guard, I'd have him being the second best guard. I mean, the third best guard, let's say.
I'm going on defense. I'm going Christian Williams over DJ Ivy.
On seating Ivy, okay.
And on offense, I'm going Jeremiah Payne. It's gonna take Hardy's spot. I mean, it's gonna take. I think what I want is
Pope to slot.
I want D Wiggins and Jeremiah Payne on the outside, and I want Pope in the slot.
So you would say, but they're not going to bench Harley though. They're not going to bench Harley.
I had to pick somebody, and that's the only.
Yeah, it's hard. On offense, it was hard. On defense, I thought about that. I thought about Christian Williams replacing Ivy. Mm-hmm. I even thought about Keontra replacing Gilbert Fireson.
That's another good one.
Yeah, but I came up with Jordan Miller. Jordan Miller needs to be on the field more.
But
Guys,
look, but look at what we're talking about. But look at what we're talking about. This goes to show you the depth that we have on a team compared to years past.
yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm just throwing darts at the wall here, frankly. You know, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's tough. It's tough, but
Guys, look at our backups at receiver. Okay, there's not a single person here that doesn't think Jeremiah Payton is going to be a star. Michael Redding is going to be a star. Keyshawn Smith is going to be a star. Restrepo is going to be a star.
And on the defensive line, Elijah Roberts.
Exactly, Elijah Roberts, Jared Harrison Hunt, my New York connection of Jared Harrison Hunt and Jason
Harvey.
Bissett. Jafari Harvey is going to be a star.
I mean, listen, man.
Hey, let's not forget. I'll go to third string.
The two Williams.
Exactly. Go to third string defensive end, Chance Williams.
Yeah.
That dude can walk on any college football team in the country.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about a young man that legit ran a 4.5 40.
Yeah.
Defensive end.
George, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, brother.
And after he put on weight that he got up to close to like 240, he ran a 4.6.
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah.
That's Chance Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, George.
Lotso thinks that Joyner is going to shine as a pass rusher.
Not so. I just don't see Patrick seeing. I listen. Because the young man has been a team player. Man, they play ping pong with him between linebacker and defensive end his entire time at Miami. The guys that are ahead of him right now just have too much.
Thomas, all you gotta do is look at the film, my brother, and you'll see all of these players that we're mentioning have that star talent. So, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, man. Listen, big dog. I got kids I gotta feed. I got kids I gotta put down.
Right. That's right.
Less than 24 hours away, man. The Miami Hurricanes will be taking the field at home against UAB.
Hey, TPGC is asking for me to break down Traore.
You can't right now, big dog. I gotta go, man.
Did we not do asking you? Don't we have in our library? Did we not do a video breakdown on Traore when we signed him?
Yes, go to our library and you'll see a full breakdown of Usman Traore. So yeah, you already know. Hey guys, thank you so much for everybody that joined us, man. If anybody is new here, if you're watching it on the playback, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime me and the big dog do go live. We go live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. We'll be doing a lot more videos now that the season is kicking on, man. But thank you all of you guys, man, that donated. You know, Mr. Roberts, for your presence, man. Good luck to Elijah, and hopefully he has a healthy season, man. And we expect big things from him, man. So thank you so much, man. Chug, Terrence, I mean, everybody, man. Everybody as part of the Junior the Big Dog family, man. Everybody that's still in here, man. Thank you so much for supporting Junior and the Big Dog. We're nothing without you guys, man. So thank you so much. Man, blessings be upon all of you guys. Here's to a great season for the Miami Hurricanes, man. It's time to turn things around, man. And I think we're gonna start to see that starting tomorrow and heading into the season, man. So hopefully, knock on wood, we play a full season. Everybody stays healthy, man. And yeah, we good, Big Dog?
Yes, sir.
Hey. As always.
Wait, everybody head over to Coach Coop. That's right, Coach. If he does have a 9 o'clock, guys, watch Coach Coop. Great guy, yes, and definitely give him a look if you haven't seen him before.
Yeah, Birmingham Kane. Have a good one, man. Hey, as always,
it's all about this. You
go Canes, baby. Let's kick some.
Go Canes.